I'm Boba, and this is part 3 of me remaking Slime Rancher in Roblox. Let's get straight into it. And first I started by remaking the moss blanket, in which you're going to find the honey, hunter and puddle slimes. You are also going to find the Brian hen and mint mango there. Here I'm also going to add some ponds so the puddle slimes can spawn. And while the trees look so bad, I could have made them myself, I still decided to be lazy and get a free model. And looking back at it now, I should have probably made every zone bigger, since they are really easy to finish and get all the resources really quickly, so that is a thing I need to do for part 4. And my friend finally decided to draw the garden, and he decided that all by himself. Nothing of him being locked in my basement had anything to do with it, and it looks beautiful. And I also made it so structures actually cost money, so you won't get them for free anymore, and if we buy this coral, we should be left with 50 monies. But if we try to buy a garden right now, since we don't have enough, it shouldn't let us. But we got minus 200. So now I think I fixed it. So if you click play and we buy a structure, yeah, we should have 50 left. And if we try to buy a garden, yeah, it wouldn't let us, and we can buy something else when we get the money for it. Perfect. And in the last video, the eating system script thing broke. I have no idea why that happened, but as you can see I fixed it, so now slimes actually do get hungry and they do eat, and you can actually get plorts. I have no idea why it broke again, but at least now it works. It only took me a whole day to fully remake it, but better slimes that eat than slimes that don't, quote by me. Yes. And this brings me back to the issue with the map being too small, since it's way too overcrowded right now, so I really need to make a bigger map with more exploring mechanics. And then I made the boom slime be able to explode using Roblox's particle system, a great system for adding particles to your game. No! Anyways, but if we get close and he explodes, we will take damage. And if we take enough damage, we will get knocked out. Then I also made the rock slime deal damage, and if we step on it, we take damage. But a small problem with it is that we take damage even if we suck him up, and it will be pretty much impossible to get him without dying. So I made it so you still take damage if you touch him, but if you suck him up, you'll be completely fine. And this is way better than you dying on the spot every time you try to pick him up or something. Then I also made the hunter slime be able to turn invisible, and this script took me almost 5 hours. It is so annoying to make a model turn invisible and back to visible again. I don't know why, it should have been easy, but it took me 5 hours. That's because I think I suck at coding. But that's not my problem, even though I just wasted 5 hours of my life just making a slime turn invisible. Also, why was it just keying? And no! And another script also broke. The script for spawning phosphor slimes at night just decided it didn't want to work anymore. So I also had to fix that. So now that it's night, we can see that some phosphor slimes are going to be spawning. That wasn't happening in the past, but I found that out since I wanted to see if the phosphor slimes can eat. They can, and I also made them despawn in the day. So yeah, that's good. Now they will die since it's really fast of a day and night. So yeah, bye bye. I also decided it was time to decorate the moss blanket, so I added the slime spawners with the honey slimes and some fruit growers. You can see the honey slimes, the mint mangoes, and the hunter slimes. So yeah. I also decided it was time to improve chickens a bit, since last time they would just fly in the sky and then fall over. But now I made them walk around a bit, and yeah. And I also realized that the roosters weren't spawning, so I also changed that, so now roosters and chickens can spawn. or pen hands, whatever you want to call them. And then I also made Brian hens spawn in the moss blanket. So yeah, now we have Brian hens and normal hen hens and roosters. And fun fact, to find the model for the Brian hen, I just searched orange chicken in the toolbox and I got this. So yeah, pretty good if you ask me. Then I deleted this random cube I tested scripts on. Yeah, I don't know why I recorded this. Then I also decided it was time to add ponds with puddle slimes. So I added one in the middle of the moss blanket with a puddle slimes to experiment it on. And the puddle slime would just try to stay in the water because it wouldn't be really good if it decided to climb trees. And the pond will also spawn puddle slimes if it doesn't have any. And the puddle slime will also be making plorts over time. And yeah, as you can see, it just made a plort which will stay in the water. Then I finally removed the old ugly base plate and replaced it with some cool water, so there wouldn't be just a random base plate anymore. I also decided to let the player unlock their mouse if they want to. So now if the player presses the M key, they can unlock their mouse and move it around. But now if a player falls in the water, I said if a player falls in the water, pretty much the whole game breaks. You will lose your backpack, you can unequip it, and you get moved around by things, you cannot see your body. So yeah, I need to fix that quick. So I think I fixed the water. So now if a player falls in the water, they would just get knocked out and lose all their stuff. And yeah, this can be done as many times as it needs to be. So yeah, perfect. But before I end the video, I have a very important announcement to make. I just got my very own Roblox group, and if you are in that Roblox group, you can actually playtest the game, which is called Slime Farmer. Both the links to the group and to the game are in this video's description. But yeah, this is actually going to be the end of this video, so if you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe.